Pitchfork fans were heartbroken when they learned that the popular music festival was leaving Chicago. Organizers made the announcement in November, ending the festival's 19-year run here in the city. But now the festival's co-founder is working on a new event featuring a wide range of musical genres, which I think Pitchfork was also a festival that offered a wide range of music genres. But I'm joined now by the co-founder of Pitchfork, Mike Reed. Mike, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, too.
Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about sound and gravity. How did you come up with the idea, and what will this look like for music fans?
Well, I think that the idea is really based on one of the venues that I operate and called Constellation. And Constellation essentially does do a lot of forward-thinking music. We do a lot of jazz, improvised music, contemporary classical music, electronic music, and some indie and folk music. It's kind of out of balance with what might happen at most venues, and it's really kind of focused on the musician and listener experience being the main point of it. And I would say if there was a relationship with how that delved into maybe what Pitchfork used to do, it really was the center of what the event was, and it was really about people who are music obsessives. You know, the climate of sort of the festival land has shifted that, and you know, events have to make different compromises these days. But I thought that it'd be interesting to try and bring that back as far as that being the focal point. Yeah. And, you know, people kind of growing off of that in the communities that surround it. So the idea was essentially Constellation, our venue, has a not-for-profit arm. And we said, well, instead of having like a gala or some type of fundraising event like that, why don't we just make a product that people really want to be interested in investing in and give them a smorgasbord of how they could choose and curate like their sort of festival experience. So whoever is your headliner for Saturday night is whoever you're going to see at 10:30 or 11 o'clock. So you can bounce around from venue to venue. There's 7 of them: the Beat Kitchen, the Hungry Brain, Constellation, Judson Moore, the Distillery. There's 2 venues at Rockwell on the River event space, and also it was doing something with Guild Row, the co-working club over there on Rockwell. And what's great about it is that it's all walkable. Nice. So that the venues are like no more than 15 minutes apart. And so you can just bounce around and hopefully have this experience, which, you know, I've been inspired by some of these festivals around the world. The one that I was just recently at, Big Ears in Knoxville, that's gotten a lot of notoriety and does a similar sort of thing, but on a larger scale. Le Guess Who in the Netherlands, and another one in Netherlands, Rewire. And they kind of have that sort of as their guiding force, that they kind of want to create anything from intimate spaces for like 80 to 1,000 people, and you kind of pick your own adventure on that.
I love the idea. I think it's so special to be able to just sort of hop around to different venues within the same night, and maybe you grab a cocktail at one and see one band and then move on. I think that's a very, potentially a very Chicago experience, and an opportunity for venues to see some extra action too. Will it still give up-and-coming musicians an opportunity to sort of showcase their work? I feel like in the same way that Pitchfork did. Yeah,
you know, this is definitely even more geared to that, because, you know, because of the room sizes vary from like 80 to like 1,000, we're able to cater to somebody that, you know, can get featured on this festival that can be in front of a room of 80 people on a festival, where that might have been really hard to do that in a park for 20,000 people out there, let alone that the intimacy of what they could present can be captured much better in these types of rooms than it would be while there's maybe a DJ on another stage at the same time.
Yes,
so that's kind of a real treat that we can do, and I think that people, like I said, the performers and the audiences will appreciate that if that's really what they're interested in.
Mike Reed, thank you so much for your time this morning. Co-founder